The sun in the 12 houses. What is the sun? The sun is your heart. This is the core, your core energy. You got the sun, which is the core energy, which is the heart area. And then you got the moon, which is the reflection of the sun, which is the breast area. And that's your moon sign. And so that's the difference between the sun and the moon. Now we dealing with the sun in the 12 houses. So we got to start off with sun in the first house. The first house is the house of Aries. It deals with your drive, your willpower, your sexity. And so since you got sun there in this house of field, because this is the house of Mars, this is the area where you got the fighting mentality. Since you got the sun in the first house, it makes you more creative, more expressive, more dominant energy. Very powerful. You definitely could be a fighter because you got fire and fire. You got fire in the house that it can correlate with. So it's about, this is yourself. This is how you look in this house. This is your head. This is your mind. So since this is in the first house, this is your personality. This is part of who you are at the core. Which means that when you're after something, you go get it done. You don't play. And you definitely love fun. And sometimes it can be so much fun till you need discipline. And you can run people off because of your big ego. You got a big personality. Very strong. And you're the type who like to show off. Like to show off. You dress flashy. And you just know you it. But on the upside, you make a great leader no matter where you go. Because you quick to take initiative. You quit to set anything off, and you don't like to be bored, so you can crank anything up, even work, home, no matter where you at, you're going to crank it up with fun. You make everything fun because you don't like to be bored. So this is a good placement since you got sun in the first house because this is your attitude, and the way your attitude will be is very self-motivated, inspirational, and very loving and caring. So you like to inspire people. You're very entertaining. And you're a performer. And so that's a good thing about sun in the first house because this is your ego. And since the first house, which is the head, is deal with how it's part of how you would look. Your face and your facial look and all that, and your body. Because it deals with thyself. Just deal with yourself. So the sun in the first house, you got like the Leo mentality. And so very strong, very flamboyant. You love compliments and you love to compliment people back. So the thing is, you live by your heart, what your heart say, your intuition, your intuitive self. You live by your heart, not what nobody else say. It's about what you know from your heart, what you feel. And you're very creative. The way you express yourself is in a creative way. It's about the self. The self is creative. The self is fun loving. The self love kids. The self is a teacher. The self is the one who like to inspire people, motivate people. Ain't no such thing as you can't. You can. And that's the sun in the first house. And also you got the drive to accomplish any goal. And you the one who will step to a relationship first. Because you go after what you want. Just deal with yourself, who you are. So it don't matter what rising sign you have. If the sun is in the first house, this is part of who you are. The sun is part of who you are because it's in the first house, which represents the self. Now, when we're dealing with the sun in the second house, we're talking about the Venus effect, the Venus energy, but we're talking the earthly Venus effect. So in this house here, this deal with your self-worth. Deal with your self-worth, pleasures, how you feel, but in an earthly way. And also deals with what you value. It deals with your material essence of yourself. And so it's all about going to get it, accomplishing things. Since the sun know how to make money, you can easily make money and come up. And so being out in the public, in the media, this is a good placement. And the way you do things, you would do it more in a practical way. You want things to be done in a practical way. Because you got the Leo ego, so you can be fixed on whatever goal or objective you have. So with this placement here, this also, you could be about your careers and stuff like that. You go for what you want. Since this is the sun in the second house, This means that wherever you at, you like to shine, and you like to show people you're the best. And also you can show off your talents, your skills, because you're very creative. So you do good in the creative environments, you do good in management and leadership, and you do good in any organization and structure, because this is all about your careers. The reason why it's about your careers because this is the Taurus energy. You're in the Taurus house, and Taurus about getting that money. So this would be more about you getting that money, more about you getting that money than careers. But most likely you be into careers and stuff, because this is the placement about getting money or being financial stable. So the way you get it will be through management, and you have skills of all kinds. So when you listen to your intuition, your heart, because the sun represents the heart, and this is your ego of who you are. You listen to your intuition with dealing with business, you'll win. And you be creative, and you be the performer, entertainer, so you can be into the entertainer industry to make money. But also, it's about your self-worth. You have a strong self-worth, but sometimes you can doubt yourself because you need other people appraisal and other people to compliment you to feel good. And so watch out for that. If you are stable enough, then you motivate yourself most likely. So your self-worth is pretty high. And sometimes you can feel like you're all that, but you're beautiful. You got a beautiful personality. You got a beautiful spirit, creative. You definitely like to have fun. And this is what you value is what you'll go after. So this is the place where whatever you value, you will go after. This is the sun in the second house, which means that whatever you value, you will go hard to get it. And so you most likely can get some money, because once you stay focused on something, you don't stop until you get it done. And this is a good placement. And you're motivated to get it done. So you're very happy, because the sun is very happy. You're very happy, shining personality, and you love pleasure. What is your pleasure? Because it's the house also to deal with Venus, which is pleasure. You would love it in the earthly way. And so you can overindulge in sex without being attached, because the sun don't need to be attached, because the sun can be egotistic where it don't attach. But also this is the sun love affairs and stuff like that. And so when far as financially, you would definitely will evolve. And we're talking about kids, yes, you still love the kids, because the sun love the kids. So when we talking about the sun in the third house, if this is your placement, third house, this is that Gemini energy. This is that Mercury energy, that mind energy. So we're talking about expressing yourself. You're very expressive. And you come with many ways of communicating, so you can be a mind reader, because the sun is conscious already and live by its heart, intuition. So you add the heart with the mind. And so you can be more like clairvoyance, because in a dreamy-like state, because you can be more in a dreamy state. But at the same time, since you got sun in the third house, you can go against authority figures, or you give honor to your father or all people who are strong, because they deal with scrim too. You know what I mean? Because the sun deal with scrim, and this deal with semblance. So when it comes to your brothers and sisters, you can battle against them, or you can get along with them either way, especially if they're strong enough. But with this placement here, you're very playful. You got many skills of playing when dealing with your mind, because this is the placement to deal with the mind, which is Gemini, Mercury, spirit, but to deal with the mind in the air every way. And so you're good with the tongue, and you're good with creative expressing. So you got many ways to express yourself, many ways to talk. And you also feel confidence in the way you speak and the way you talk. And so that's a good thing about it, because this is the sun in the third house. So sun in the third house is also about your upbringings and stuff like that. So your upbringings deals with a lot of fun activities going on, and it don't matter what environment. It could be the hood, or it could be in the suburb, but in your household, you definitely had fun growing up. And if it was hard, you made it fun wherever you at. You made it fun, no matter where you at. You survived it wherever you was at, because it's the sun in the third house. And so the sun dealing with Mercury, the Mercury Gemini spirit. You're fast talker. Or if you don't talk fast, you at least think fast. So you're definitely intuitive. mentally intuitive, and you also can be telepathic, a mind reader. So this is a good thing. So just make sure you're a good teacher. Yeah, a good teacher of anything, because you're knowledge seeking type of individual. Because this is part of your sunny personality. Because this is the Gemini spirit. And so the thing is, watch out for your tongue. Your tongue can be very like on the uppity level. You can feel like high class, but at the same time, your tongue is very creative. You talk in a different way. You got your own lingo, your own style. Yes, and it sounds good because the sun is creative itself, and Mercury deals with communication. So you the way you express yourself, you have your own lingo, your own slango, and things of that nature. But you can understand other people quickly. You can understand them through their expression, their face expressions, and through their movement and stuff like that. Because the sun is in this house of expression and the house of the mind, the house of expression and the mind. So you definitely is an expressive person. You definitely do good in the public's eye and in the media and things of that nature. When dealing with communicating, speaking, education, teaching, and you can go for days. So you're very energetic. So with this being said, now the sun in the fourth house. We got sun in the fourth house. They deal with the home. They deal with the ancestors. They deal with the roots. They deal with the culture. They deal with the foundation. They deal with security. They deal with the moon energy. Sun in the moon house. This is your emotions. Your emotion will be sunny. But the way it will be sunny is when you're at home. When you're comfortable. Anywhere where you feel comfortable at, feel like home, you'll be strong in it, have a strong personality, and you do good in like in real estate, dealing with the home, you did good with cooking, you'll be excited. So the way that your sun will shine is through your emotion state, which is the comfortability of who you are. And being around family make you happy. Being around friends that you call family will make you happy. Also, when dealing with the ancestors, honor your ancestors. You could do it a lot. You be excited because the sun is very sunny, excited, and cheerful, and strong and motivated. So you're motivated about these things. You're motivated about being secure in your emotions, controlling your emotions, being secure when you're feeling comfortable. When you're feeling comfortable, you're at your best. You're creative in the home. You're creative in any building structure because you love to be in the building structure where you feel comfortable. If it's at work, you can be comfortable there, and if you're comfortable there, you will shine. If it's anywhere, it could be in a museum. You work in a museum. If you feel comfortable there, you feel good because the fourth house placement deal with the home. It deal with not only the family but the home where you feel comfortable. So wherever you feel comfortable at, it's how you shine. Your emotion. If not, you be could be having like a very dominant emotions, a very dominant expression, and you can very snap and don't care about nothing, don't care about what nobody think, you don't care what nobody feel. It's all about you. You have that attitude. It's all about you. And so either you're gonna do good in the home, far as feeling good and excited, or you can be the type that have a dominant personality in the home, or you could be the one who get along in the home because it's the sun energy. So your areas of life, your heart and your soul, your heart will be in the home, and this way you feel good. This way you express yourself very artistic because you're creative. So you being a person who go online, sitting in the home would do good. Going online or open up something that's in a building that feel like home. Open up like a business that make you feel like you're at home. Yes, that would do. And sell your creative works or sell anything that's creative. This is how you win. And so now, since this deal with the home and this is the moon connection, this makes you very when you got fire and you got water together. This could be an explosive combination, but at the same time, it makes you internalize. This fourth house, so this going within yourself. So you got a lot of energy. You get a lot of downloads, a lot of downloads of information. So you can be definitely clairsentient dealing with the sun. because this is sort of like the sun in Cancer, but it's the sun and the moon. But so you can get a lot of downloads of information because it's part of you at the core. It's your emotions, and so since it's the fourth house in the home, this is also going within yourself, all meditating, going within yourself, channeling energy, so you can be clairsentience and things of this nature. So learn your skills because you feel things a lot. It's how you feel. In this house is all about how you feel. It's all about how you feel and your willpower. How you feel will give you the willpower to take action. And so if you don't feel like doing nothing or you don't feel comfortable, since it's part of your ego, you're not going to do it. So with this being said, now I move on to the sun in the fifth house. The sun in the fifth house. So the sun is in his own house. And this is my placement. I have sun in the fifth house. So this is strictly Leo house. So this is going to be the double vibration of the sun. I'm going to do everything that represents Leo, which means fun loving, which means action. So anybody got this placement, sun in the fifth house, you're going to be fun loving. You're going to be the one who shine, who like compliments, who also give compliments because I do it a lot. And you going to motivate people because I like to motivate people. You inspire people because I like to inspire people. And that's why some people don't even know who you is. You could be a water sign, but you got the sun in the fifth house and you act more like a Leo just because the sun in the fifth house. It's the areas of life where you will shine. And I got a stellium in there, a stack of planets in the fifth house. And so this is definitely a powerful placement. The fifth house is a powerful placement in my areas of life. So the houses deal with the areas of life that you will shine and that you will be successful in or not. But it's the area of life that you be most concentrated in, especially you got a stellium. A stellium is you got a lot of planets in that same house. I got like 4 or 5 planets in the fifth house. And this is the house of creativity, the house of expression and romance. And so this is the fifth house placement. People can have many affairs. You can go from affairs to affairs because you don't like to be bored. The sun don't like to be bored. The sun is very creative and very expressive. So you're going to express yourself very well. You do definitely good in the media, in the public. Yes. And you make a great leader. So anybody who got a sun in the fifth house, like myself, you make a great leader, take control. You're going to do your own thing. And you ain't ride nobody else's coattail. That I mean, you love compliments, but at the same time, you don't get compliments or nobody get involved, which means nobody pay attention to you. You be like, you might talk trash about them, or you might cut them off, or you might don't be at your best because you love compliments. You feed off compliments. It was times where when I'm on social media, when I feel like nobody ain't into to what I'm saying, I just cut the video off. See, the fifth house, the sun in the fifth house, they need somebody to confide in them some compliments. And so I had to learn to not confide in others just to do it. Just do it. Just put it out there. Put the work out there. It ain't all about nobody giving you compliments or nobody listening because somebody gonna listen. And so those who got the sun in the fifth house, they need compliment. A lot of them need compliment, but your goal is to understand that you don't need nobody compliment or nobody approval. Because some people really ain't about approval. It's more about compliment, because if you give them compliment, they go an extra mile. Like, we'll go extra mile to help you, extra mile to do this. Or you say, oh, your work was good. Oh, you was this, or you was that. If you say that to a person with sun in the fifth house, they'll do almost anything for you. And so with the sun in the fifth house, we're very expressive, we make great leaders and lead any front. As long as we got somebody we can inspire, we feel good. See, you feel good. But if you got nobody who you can inspire, you ain't gonna feel that good, or you're not gonna put in that work. Like, for example, if you can't find nobody you can teach, you're gonna find another occupation that involve people, because the sun deals with people. It's a sunny personality. The sun is an extrovert. The sun deals with people, love to entertain, and a good performer, is a great comedian, and has a great sense of humor. So just like the third house placement will have a good sense of humor, so is the fifth house. The fifth house will be some funny people, very funny, know how to create things in their minds. The fifth house will know how to create things in their minds. They got a creative mind and creative power. So they stylists, they'll be good designers and good with music, good with art, good with creating anything. So those who have Sun in the fifth house is here to create their reality basis. They're here to create their own reality or their own life and not follow nobody else's path to walk. Because you're here to come up with new inventions, new ideas, and to be a pioneer or a trendsetter in something. And so you have your own style. You come up with something new. And you definitely deal with knowledge because the sun deal with consciousness, it deal with knowledge. So you deal with information, and you could be a good researcher, study person, whatever your hobby is. Because the fifth house deal with hobbies. Whatever your hobby is, you will go for it. If it's teaching, you will go for it. And sometimes you can do an occupation, and like other people, like other placement need money. You might do it for fun because the sun just love to do what it do. As long as you got an audience, as long as you got people you can help, you can heal, you can inspire, you can motivate, you love, and you like to see people to win. That's the good placement about the sun in the fifth house. And you definitely live by your heart, so you definitely intuitive from your heart when you activate that power. But if you don't live by your heart, you ain't walking your path. And this sun in the fifth house, you're very intuitive, which you just know. You just take the lead. You have a lot of creative ideas. You put it out there, and you know how to lead. And you know what motivate people. You know people talents. You know people skills. Because this house deals with talents and skills. And so you know how people will win. And also you do good in front of the meter or on camera. No matter where, you like to shine. You like to shine. And if you are a confident individual in this house, that means that you don't care what nobody say. You're some people think you're all that, but so you can be conceited in a way, but a lot of times you're not conceited. This will keep you confident and keep you strong. So with it being said, this is Sun in the fifth house. Now, Sun in the sixth house. Now, this is the house of Virgo and Mercury. So with the house of Virgo, Mercury, this is like Sun and Virgo, so like that. So you do good when you healing people, when you're helping people. You're very empathic, and so you might feel energy in your body. You're very empathic. You can feel energy in your body because it's the earth placement, the earth hold energy. And so since you got Sun in this house, you deal with health. So you might go through it when dealing with health early in life, but sooner or later you will learn and how to be the best healer and come up with formulas and ideas and put it into practical use. Because this is the house of Virgo. So put things into practical use will be very helpful to you. That I mean, and also to yourself. So you be very careful about what you eat, and you be very careful about what you say out your mouth. You know what I mean? So you got the Sun in this house. You be very careful about who you give your energy to, because this is the house of health. This is the house about duty. So you like to serve people and help people. As long as you're doing something to help people and to serve people, you feel good. You just don't want to talk about it and sit there. You want to help people. You actually love to help people. And you like to do the smallest thing for people. So that's a good thing about you. You're very smart and intellectual. So as far as highly intellectual, you got that. You got that. Just like the Gemini placement in the Sun in the third house, so is you. But you're more intellectual in a practical way, where you got to prove a point. It's all about the facts with you. It's all about the facts. Like the fifth house, the Sun in the fifth house in his own house is all about fun and activity. But you since the sixth house is all about duty, carrying it out, helping people, serving people, being that humanitarian for people. But you're also an introvert. You're an extrovert and an introvert, basically an ambivert, because you're an extrovert because you like to help people, be around people, to serve people, have fun with people, but you need that time to yourself. And you don't mind being to yourself, where you can exercise your mind in the cold and break down things and always reason things, question things, and being a researcher. So you definitely the hunter. You the hunter who hunt information, and who the cold information, bringing out the facts and bringing out the truth when dealing with information. And the truth is to help people. You don't only just do this just to do it. You do it to help people. You do it to help people who need it and who ask for it. So you the type who make a good manager, good organizer, because you're good with your money. Like sun in the fifth house might splurge and spend the money, because the fifth house, the sun in the fifth house like to go shopping, but you in the sixth house, you careful with your money. You know how to manage your money. Sun in the sixth house know how to manage their money. They're very careful. You're very careful about your money. You know what I mean? So how you spend it would be wisely. But at the same time, it'd be hard for anybody to come into your life. It'd be hard for anybody to come into your life just that easy, because you got to observe them. You got to know that they for you. Because once you know that they for you, you're very loyal. So that's a good thing about the sun in the sixth house. You're very loyal. So you could be a type of person, if you're not married in your early years, it might be a while for you to get the right partner, because you want the right partner. You deal with profession. And so you like everything to be perfect. And you make a mistake sometimes, your ego can be down when it comes to being perfect. So watch out for that. So as long as you gain your confidence in later years, you will win. You deal with hard work, so you make good work. You can easily manifest. You can easily be a business person. You can easily get that money, because this is what you do. You're good with details. You're good with paying attention to things. And what other people miss, you don't miss. So that's a good thing with sun in the sixth house. You don't miss. You're the type, what people can't see, you can see it. Very analytical. So this is your personality. This is your heart. And so this makes you a great empath. Very intuitive when it comes to information, when it comes to helping people and knowing what people need. And you could be a great psychologist too, when dealing with the mind, but in a practical way. You give great practical counsel and guidance to others, and this is what you love. You love to help people. You love to serve people. Now, sun in the seventh house. Sun in the seventh house. Oh, the sun gonna shine in this house because it deals with partnership. This is the house of partnership, relationships. This is the house of creativity itself. And so partnering up with people, being around people, having people around you is what you love the most. And people who give you honor, admire you, is what you love, because this is the house of partnership. This is the house of Venus or Libra. So definitely weighing up your options, weighing up things is part of your personality in this house. Anything that deal with business, you'll do good because it's got partnership in it. Being a partner in business with anybody, running business, also being a leader, because it's a cardinal house. Being a leader in business, you do good. But it's dealing with people, relating to people, and doing social work. So this is the house of love. So you're always seeking love. You always seek a partnership, and you want that perfect love. And so people might think that you're so flirtatious, but at the same time, because you're flirtatious naturally, don't mean that you like everyone. It's just your way. If you say I love you, people might actually think that you want them like that, but you tell everybody that, because this is the sun in the seventh house. So the sun in the seventh house, you just a great humanitarian naturally, and you like to partner up with people, and you like the one-on-one communication. So this is a great thing about you. You make a great business person. And when dealing with the mind, you definitely an empath. You can be an empath because it's all about the person. It's all about what makes a person tick, or their mind ticks. So you can be a good mind reader and things like that, reading people's mind, and because you know what people need, because it's deal with Libra energy. A Libra is like this the energy where they can see where people need work. They can see how to help people and how to help people heal. And so they're good at seeing through the human nature. Libras are good at reading the energy. They're good at reading your vibes, and they're good at knowing what makes you tick. So they're very intuitive and psychic when it comes to knowing the human nature. So you can't deceive a Libra. So since the sun is in the seventh house, the same energy you carry. Also, you know others more than you know yourself. So sometimes you can go overboard helping people and working too hard. You can be a martyr for people, so look out for that. Look out for that. Look out for being a martyr, which means dying for a cause that's unworthy, because people can put you in a situation and take advantage of you and utilize you because you want to help them so bad that you forget about yourself. And so you need balance in this house. You can't forget about yourself. You cannot forget about yourself. You got to feed yourself too. You got to have fun yourself, not only with people and want to see other people happy, because you do want to see people happy and you go out your way to make people happy. You also got to help yourself. And this is a balance. Because if you don't do that, you're going to wear yourself out, drain yourself, and you're going to go through it. So once you got that balance and treat yourself out and take care of yourself, you'll win. So you're in this house of relationships, relating to people, relating to things, business partnerships of all kinds. So you can relate to some of everything. You can relate to some of everything, every situation. You're very knowledgeable, but you're the type of person who some people can underestimate because you go on any level of communication and knowledge. So you're very social. So people can underestimate you when dealing with knowledge, and when they get to talking to you and you get to spitting, they be surprised. So you is a house of knowledge. You like the library, like Libra is. You see in the word Libra, you had the R and the Y, library. You like the universe. You got the universal library of knowledge. So it's those who have the sun in the 7th house. So you like anything that mentally stimulates you, just like the 3rd house placement, the sun in the 3rd house. They like anything that mentally stimulate them. You do too. So you make a good judge because you're a good judge of character. So you make a good lawyer because you're good at debating or weighing up your auctions and stuff like that. You can be the type of person who can't make a decision, but you can overcome that when you confidence in who you are and when you trust your intuition, because you're always on point, because you look at things from all perspectives. So that's a good thing about you. So yeah, so you got a highly intelligent, intuitive, empathic mind and soul. So this is part of your heart, your personality. Now, sun in the 8th house. Sun in the 8th house. Sun in the 8th house. You are definitely with the Pluto energy. You deal with power. You like anything that deal with power. Anything that deal with secrets. Anything that deal with the unknown. So you can be a mystery to others, but also you like to dive into the mysteries, into the secrets of life. But you also, since it's a water sign, you definitely can feel people emotionally vibe. So you can be a medium, which means talk to spirits or the ancestors. And so you got sun in the 8th house to deal with Scorpio energy, Pluto. This is part of your personality. Anytime you got the sun there, because the sun is your ego, your personality, the core of you is part of who you are. And so it don't matter what signs you or what month you're born under, but if you got the sun in any of these houses, this is part of your personality. Like mine's the sun in the 5th house, which is Leo. So I got a lot of that Leo energy. Not only Leo, but Leo. You see the fun loving and everything. I like to joke, like to have fun. But okay, now the sun in the 8th house. The sun in the 8th house is individuals who got the Pluto energy. It's all about power, conscious power. Because the sun is conscious or knowledge. You deal with the mind. So the sun deal with the consciousness. So you got conscious powers, aware power. So you're the type who definitely love the knowledge, who like to dive off to the secrets. And you can be a detective, investigator. You're good at hunting and researching. Like, for example, if you're on Facebook and you're trying to find something, you'll research till you find the answer. The same thing with all social media. You go all over social media to find out what you're searching for. But you're also intuitive, where you look within yourself to find the answer. You just know. And you know how to move. So you're the type who gonna know how to move through your intuition. Let's see, intuition more than anyone. You know what I mean? So the Pluto deal with power. This intuitive power you would have, definitely. So when it comes to information, you just like to research and like mystery movies for fun. You like this is the way you have fun when dealing with the mysteries of life. Trying to find an answer to something, being a problem solver. This is how you have fun. Like everybody else like to go out and party, but you the type like to find the answer. Want to know what makes somebody tick, and you don't stop until you find the answer. And when you do find it, you feel victory. And so your power lies in also in what you want, your desires. Like if you want this, you want that, you'll go for it. You do anything to accomplish your objective. You could be ruthless. But the thing is about you love family. You love family. You love helping people too also. but you could be like egotistic too, and this could be, you could be all into your feelings, be very dominant, because this is the Pluto energy. It deal with power. So to some people, you could appear to be tough. You got a tough personality, very tough, very hardcore. You don't like weakness. You don't like lies. You don't like fakeness. You like the truth. Because this is the Scorpio energy, like Scorpio. Scorpio is hardcore. A lot of gang leaders, a lot of those who are leaders are Scorpio. And they some of the most vicious force that you don't want to mess with. Very dominant. They'll crush you. And so you can be very revengeful. So long as you is on the upside, you can lead a whole nation. You can lead the world. And you can lead the world. Yes, because you got that power to be a world leader. I mean, have worldly influence all over. Because it's the Scorpio energy. Scorpio deal with power. The Scorpio, they do good when they in power. They do good when they take the lead on something. But the thing is, you could be fixed. Whatever you fixed on, you could be stuck in it. But at the same time, since you are a transformation sign, through your struggles, you will learn from it and transform. You keep transforming to be your better self. So that's a good thing about it. You keep transforming to be a better person. First you might, for example, be a basketball player. Now you're a football player. For example, I'm just using it for example. Then now you're a movie star because you keep transforming, sort of like that. Or let me give you a better example. First, you might be a Christian. Then you might transform to be a Muslim. Then you might keep transforming until you become spiritual, until you reach your higher self. Yeah, so sooner or later, you're going to transform for the betterment of yourself, and also you're going to be that teacher and that healer. It's that healer energy. You know how to heal people. Yeah, so you can be very much a psychic detective or a medium and things of that nature. And you can be the one who break down astrology, numerology to the public, to the world, and stuff like that. But you most likely do things that you like, things that other people don't like. You like things that other people that they're scared of. Because you're not a scary person. You're very dominant. And this will interest you. You like to know. You like to know things. And your desires are very important. So your sexity is high. So you got a very magnetic aura around you. You walk like you the bomb. No matter if it's a male or female. In this house, sun in the 8th house. You just walk like you are it. A tough, sexy demeanor. You just turn people on. And also, if you are a male, you got that tough personality. People want to be like y'all. Sun in the 8th house, Pluto. They want to be like y'all because y'all got a powerful personality. And y'all real people. Y'all honest. And if y'all don't like nobody, y'all don't fake it. And that's a good thing. Now, they got to move on. They got to move on. So, and also, you know how to keep secrets. You know how to keep secrets. But also, you like to dive into secrets. You like to know people's secrets. You like to know what's up. So now, Sun in the 9th house. This deals with the Sagittarius energy. This deals with Jupiter. So you're going to take on this energy. I don't care, because the sun is the ego. I don't care what sign you are. I don't care what sign you are. You're going to take on the Sagittarius energy. So you're going to be the type, because Jupiter is about knowledge. You're going to be on that knowledge stuff. You're going to like to explore. You're going to like to take off and go to all parts of the world to gain information. So you make a great communicator. You make a great communicator, and you love freedom. Freedom is very important to you. Freedom, freedom, freedom. That's what it's about with you. So you're the type of personality who accepts of everyone. You like to hear everybody's perspective because you like to learn. So you make a great student of life, but you make also a great teacher, great philosopher. So this placement here is one of the greatest teachers and sages in the world because they learn, they love to grow. You love to grow, you love to elevate. So you got the sun. You got the sun in the 9th house. This is the expansion of your consciousness, the expansion of your mind, the expansion of your personality. You got a big personality where you don't trip the small stuff. So you're the type, you got a big personality, you got a big ego. Sometimes you can feel like, people can think that you're all that. You know what I mean? Or you can feel like you're all that and you're high and mighty. But as long as you balance it out and bring it down on a balance level, you will win because you need that balance. because this is a strong energy here, strong force. And this is that big personality, that party loving, that fun loving, love to be in groups to learn. The reason why you be in groups, you like to learn. But you don't particularly like to be in the same group. You like to be in different groups because you like to learn from everybody. Like, you might go to this party, but you want to go to something else. They got a different group of people because you like to learn from them. So what I'm saying is, you don't like a set routine, or you don't like a set group. You don't like to be bored, period. So wisdom is the key to you. You like to learn. You like knowledge. You like the truth. So you're a truth seeker. And you like to explore. You're very adventurous. So the thing about you, you do good when shining in the media, when teaching about adventurous things, when teaching about knowledge. You make a great teacher. When teaching about spirituality, because this is a placement to deal with spirituality. So being a spiritual teacher, you'll do good at being a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader, spiritual healer, and clairvoyance, because you're very imaginative, very dreamy, very imaginative. So this is a good placement for that, where you could have psychic dreams because you got your co-planet, which is Neptune, so you could be empathic too. So that's only when you sit down and listen to your intuition, or listen to your energy, through meditation, or what you feel, that you can read the energy. But other than that, you're very active, stay on the go, very competitive, and you like things of all kinds. And so you got many interests. You can try some of everything. And so that being said, you're a fun-loving person. You're gonna crank up anything. You're gonna inspire people. You're very generous, very giving. So that's a good thing. Very generous, very giving, free-hearted. So that's a good thing. And you don't trip too much. So with that being said, since this is deal with wisdom in the ninth house, you are the master of knowledge and wisdom. Now, when we're dealing with the sun in the 10th house, this Capricorn energy. So we're dealing with the Capricorn energy, sun in the 10th house. Ooh, this that Saturn. You got that discipline. You're a powerhouse when dealing with business. You're a powerhouse when dealing with manifestation from what you visualize. So this is part of your personality of who you are, no matter what month you're born on it. Because if you got the sun in this house, this is the area of life that you're going to dive up into, which is business, structures, organization, groups. You could be a leader of that, and you know how to take the lead. So that's a good thing about you. You know how to take the lead, and you'll win when dealing with business, structures, and organization. And so since you got Saturn there, wow. That makes you also are the type who can feel energy through your body. So you can be a medium for information if you activate that. But at the same time, you're highly intelligent in a practical way, and you take the lead in anything that deals with structure or building something or anything that deals with business. Yes, because you could be all about that money. You like to work, hard work. You persistent. Anytime you got something to do, you get it done. You might have 2 or 3 or 4 jobs, or you might have two jobs or more because you're a hard worker. You got to do something with your hands. So you got powers in your healing hands. You got healing hands. And so that being said, you're very active. So you might be into sports and activities and things like that, because this is the earth that take the lead. So you like things that's practical, realistic. And so you don't like people who stay in the fantasy world so much, because this is the real life to you, the real world. So you're intelligent and you be intuitive when it comes to business, when it comes to structures, when it comes to organization, when it comes to like what position you should put somebody in. You will know that. You will know who should lead the group and who should not, because you intuitively know that, because you're a structured and you're a disciplined person. So you make a great teacher. You will go through it in your early years, and what you go through, you will learn. Because you might be scared to take the lead at first, or scared to do this at first in your early years, but you will grow into your power sooner or later, because Saturn deals with that. You got a powerhouse. It deals with learning through your experience, to be the teacher, to be the expert. So whatever you put your mind to, since you work hard at it and you persistent, you can be an expert. I call you the professional, the expert. So you can be that. But you also can follow your traditional ways of doing things, because this is like more like follow tradition. You work good in the organization too, like going along with the rules of the organizations or wherever you work at. You can do that and you'll move up in the ranks like that, or you do it your own way, open your own business. So you the type who love status, all about status, all about rank, and you want to leave a mark in the world. You want to be known for something. And when it comes to your work, you want to be known for doing a good job. You want recognition, so deal with recognition. And careers, so you're very career oriented. So just don't choose your careers or your family. Just balance it out and you'll win. Balance it out. So make time for your family because you can work so hard. Now, anything that deal with the hands, you can get into. It could be hair, it could be mechanic work, it could be anything with the hands, healing. So with this being said, now, when we dealing with the sun in the 11th house, this is Aquarius. Aquarius energy. So sun in the house of Uranus. So you definitely is a unique personality. You definitely are the spark of life because you are the intuitive genius because you just come up with ideas out of nowhere. You get downloads of information from the universe where ideas pop up and you just go for it. But you also are a free spirit. You love your independence more than anybody. Even though you are a humanitarian, you like humanitarian issues, and you like to help people, you also are independent. You don't want nobody to hold you in a box. And you like to do things your own way. But the thing is about you is that you're excited. You hate to be bored. You're fun-loving, but you also can be rebellious against anybody's thoughts and ways. And sometimes you can appear to be a know-it-all. It's I know with this house. Yeah, because a lot of times you do know. And when you are balanced and you're in the right state of mind, you do know. Because you just know. And you come up with solutions different than others. Like, everybody might come up with solutions the same way, sort of almost the same way, but you're going to come up with it differently. But it's still going to be very valuable to something. Because you'll be the one who's going to be invent something that's new. Come up with a new invention. Because you come up with new ideas. And so it's all about being different, and you like people being themselves, and you like to be yourself. And if you can't be yourself, you ain't gonna do right. You and your mate ain't gonna do right, or the people who in your life you ain't gonna be around. You're gonna leave because you will leave a person fast and cut them off, just so you can have that independence. Because you're very freedom loving, but also you can be very structured type person. Cause you got Saturn in there. So you can be very hardworking when it comes to work because you get the job done. And this is what I love about you because you work, especially when it comes to something that you like because you are your own unique self because it's about what you like. And a lot of times you don't like to take the lead in people organization, but you could. A lot of times you just like to just sit back and be the only reason you like to sit back because you don't want that responsibility. A lot of people in this house don't really want that big responsibility like that because they're a free spirit. So they don't want nobody just like if you're in a leadership position, you know what I mean, you might not want the responsibility of making a mistake that can cause people life on the line. Because a lot of people with Aquarius, Uranus spirit, they could be great leaders and world leaders. But you got those who, the reason why they don't want to be in that placement because they don't want to make a mistake. They're going to hurt others. So this is very positive energy. But also this is energy about change. Things are always changing. Things are always happening. You know what I mean? With Uranus. Which means that if you was in a bad state or if you're going through it in your early years, now you done change and grow to something to become something. Or you could be doing good in your younger years, but it done changed for the worse. It could be vice versa. But the thing is, whatever you fixed on, you persisted and you get it done. And you're very loyal. People can trust you. You can be reliable. But at the same time, you can also be unpredictable. Like you can be very friendly, but also you can be very harsh. You can be, it's either or. You can be, yes, you're the type who can be outspoken, but you also can be shy. So you're the type who can be very caring, but you can also be very cold. So it depends on this placement here, because this could be also an unpredictable placement, because Uranus is all about change, but it's all about growth, but it's all about your unique self. How you win is when you come up with your own style of doing something. When you think outside of the box, this is how you win. Bringing new philosophy, new ideas, because you deal with the mind. You're definitely highly intuitive, very psychic, because you just know people, you know things, and you like to know what people. You like to know what make a person tick, just like the sun in the 7th house, the same as the sun in the 11th house, let know what make a person tick, how they think. You deal with people. You be into people, just like sun in the 7th house, you be into people. And just like sun in the 5th house, you be into people. So it's just sun in the 11th house, you're going to do it on a global scale. Everything you're going to do, you're going to think on a global level. Sometimes you can think about yourself because you think about people so much. So with this being said, but at the same time, you still don't like people to hold you down. You need your freedom. You don't want people crowded all around you all the time, but sometimes you do. So it's either or with this placement. Now, we got sun in the 12th house. This is the house of Pisces, which is Neptune. This is very spiritual. This last house. So this makes you the old soul pick up on all energies and life force. So you got the ability to tap into all type of energies in life, which means you could be clairvoyant, clairaudience, you could be clairsentient, you could be claircognizance, all of them. You got all the psychic abilities if you tap into it. But you the type who all about unconditional love. You the free spirit. You want to see everybody do good and get along. So you're very sensitive to energy. So you can be very snappish because you're sensitive. And every little thing can hurt you. But you the type who can be all in your shell all the time. Stay in your shell because you're picking on everybody. You're picking up on everybody's energy. So you got to be careful not to be a martyr. So with this placement, it make you very creative because you live in your mind. You live in your imagination. So you can be very creative. So you can make a movie in your mind and you know how everything will play out. So this what makes you very psychic because you can play a whole movie in your mind and you could be a good book writer, a good storyteller. So with this placement here, you definitely are funny. You're a good storyteller and you love to have fun, express yourself. But at the same time, you can be very emotional, very sensitive. And if you're not balanced, you could appear to be a dummy to some people, like dummy energy. Cause I've seen some Pisces like that when they're not their best self. But when you're in your right mind, you can be the best at whatever you do. It could be either or. For the good, the highest, intelligent to being a dummy. So with that being said, I'm not saying you're the dummy. I'm just saying how the energy works. So if you're on the upside, then you're good. So with this being said, you also got ability to tap into all type of spirits, all type of energy. And the thing is, you need to shield your energy off, and not to tap into everybody's problem. Because if you try to try to help everybody and feed into everybody's problems, they'll drain your energy and they'll tear you down, and you'll go through it, and you won't know which energy is yours. Because you deal with energy, you deal with the spiritual world. How you win is being spiritual. Not religion, but spiritual, because religion is like a bondage, and spiritual is more freedom. And so how you win is being spiritual and doing things like how them gurus do, and Buddhas, and in African culture, Harus and Asars. In that state, meditative mind. Meditation is very helpful because this is the house of meditation. Just like the 4th house, sun in the 4th house, so is sun in the 12th house. Meditation is very good for you. So being a good meditator, or you could be do any spiritual work, you'll win. It's part of who you are. So being spiritual is very important to your ego, to yourself, of you advancing and to you rising to your higher self. You can be highly psychic, the most psychic out of all these sun placements or sun houses. You are it once you your best self, and you spread unconditional love without people running over you and take your kindness for weakness, because you're very generous, you're very giving, you're very loving, and this is what you want. You want love. You are the personification of love, just like the sun in the 7th house and the sun in the 11th house. You definitely are it. And the sun in the 5th house, you are the ultimate example of love when you're on your higher frequency. So if you're in your lower frequency, you could be the type who hang around people or lower standards, street people, people of all kinds. You could be the type who live on the streets and live with people of lower fashion, lower class, and don't be in the right mind. You could be an alcoholic, a drug addict, because this is addictive placement. You can be addicted to something, addicted to sex, addicted to porn, addicted to alcohol, addicted to drugs. And so this is when you're not balanced, when you're not on your higher frequency. So with this placement here, you get the soul right, you can be the best example of love. The true definition of what love is, and true definition of what spiritual is, the spiritual enlightenment is. You could be the master of love, the master of spirituality and divinity, and show people how to heal. So you make a great healer of all kinds. And you can have the healing hands. You can heal in many ways because you got all the energy. And so if you embrace this placement, you will win doing any work that deals with spiritual work, any work that deals with socialization work, with connecting with people, helping people. Yeah, helping people like nurses, doctors, doing things like social work, counseling, good advice, therapy work, massage work. This is what you be good at. And so now I done read all the sun placements in this house, because this is the house of creativity too. You the one who is the master of energy itself, the 12th house, 7th, 12th house, which means it makes you super creative, more than any other placement. It's super spiritual, and you can be the ultimate it if your mind and soul is right, if everything is right. But if you're not, you can be the worstest. You can be with criminals. You could be among some of everybody. Hang with low class, low standard people, and also have low standards yourself. And we could be the most nastiest person on the planet as far as living condition. But on the upside, you could be the best person. So I done read all the sun placements in the houses. Now it's I King Lit, who has sun in the 5th house placement. Leo, fun, active. I'm meant to be in the media. I live out my intuition, my soul. I'm very performative, creative, expression, and love performing, love art, love pictures, and things like that. So with this being said, I'm a natural leader since this the sun in the 5th house energy. I'll bring you this light. Look for the next audio or video. It gets no realer than this. Nobody break it down more than I do. And I am one of the best Astro Numerologists. King Lit. And I give it to you. Ashe.